One. Well, hello, everyone. We are honored to have for our guest this week on 20 Questions, Payton Geake. Payton, say hi to the people.
Hi.
Payton, are you at all nervous or do you feel ready to do this interview?
I feel ready.
You are ready. You were born for this, and you were born to answer this first question. What is your favorite winter activity outside?
Probably snowmobiling in Wisconsin.
I knew that was an option, but I was like, you either hate it or you love it because your family participates in it. So tell the people why snowmobiling in Wisconsin is fun.
It's fun because it's like, I don't know, you don't like have to, like, you can drive it when you're younger, and it's just like fun being in the woods, and it's like really pretty. And even though like it is really cold, it's still like really fun just like see everything and like to travel on the snowmobile.
Oh, totally. So you get to ride your own now.
Yeah, like I started riding it last year, but
Last year
before I would like drive like behind my mom.
yeah. Is there anyone in your family that doesn't like snowmobiling?
My mom likes it, but she just gets really nervous about it. So yeah.
I mean, I've never done it, but I can only imagine how much fun it is. That's a great answer. Next question. What month in the calendar do you think is an overrated month, Peyton?
January.
Okay, that's my birthday month, but I'm gonna move past that real quick. Tell the people why January could be overrated.
I think it's overrated because it's like the first, like people would think it's exciting because it's the first month of the year, but it's like really stressful because you have to like go back to school and go back to like work after a long break. And it's just like, I don't know, just have to like restart everything. And it's just like, there's not really a lot to look forward to since like Christmas like just ended.
That's actually a phenomenal take because it seems like, oh, it's the first of something, but it's actually the dead of winter too, right?
Yeah.
You're just it's really dark still. I mean, just the end of December is like when it's at the darkest, but January is super dark. You still have multiple months of like real winter, and then the classic like April, May, where there's like we're still kind of fighting some of it sometimes. I completely co-sign it. My birthday has nothing to do with it. It's still overrated. You're absolutely right. Next question coming your way is, what is your favorite breakfast cereal, Peyton?
Honey bunches of oats.
Do you want anything else on it, like with almonds, with pecans, or just straight plain?
Just the regular one.
And what do you like about it?
I like how it like has like big chunks of like the granola. I don't know. I just like that.
Yeah, it has
Like,
that.
a lot of different things together.
It's got a good balance of the granola, though, right? It's not overwhelming.
Uh-huh.
Honey bunches of oats. It's just a great. It just rolls off the tongue too. It's like you just want to start your day off with some honey bunches of oats.
Uh-huh.
That's incredible. Payne, you're doing awesome. This next question involves your sister McKenna, who has recently moved out of college or moved out of your home to college, and so you're the middle child in the Geek family. And I want to know, what does it feel like in the Geek household right now that McKenna, the oldest, is left?
No offense, McKenna, but like it's a lot cleaner. It's like a lot, I don't know, less chaotic because I feel like she caused some issues, but definitely a lot cleaner. And then it's also nice not having to share a car with her.
Yeah.
So like less fighting.
First of all, I know, shout out McKenna, and if you're listening, I know she's going to take all of that just fully in stride because she's such a champ. The cleanliness, I could see that. The chaos, you're telling me Ryan and you haven't just kind of filled in that gap and just started to stir up some trouble?
Not really. I don't really know. McKenna, I don't, yeah.
She's a different geek girl. You know, she's the oldest. Yeah, when my sister moved out, I only have one sibling, and it was just like so quiet when she left for college. And I always like to hear kind of family dynamics as they change through that important transition of life. Next question. If you had a favorite sport to watch on TV, what sport would that be?
Either baseball or hockey.
Interesting. Okay. Say why you like watching those two on TV.
I like watching hockey because like I just like watching like on like the ice rink, and it's just interesting, and also baseball. Like I feel like even though it's kind of confusing, like it's easy to follow along.
Yeah. They're both kind of visually appealing in their own way, right?
Yeah.
I think looking out on like a fall day for baseball is phenomenal. But like watching the hockey puck just sling around the ice rink too, that's something that's really cool. Would you say you watch sports with your family much, or is it not a common thing?
Like sometimes, like if like the team's doing really well and it's exciting, but like sometimes not. Depends.
Totally understand. Great answer, Peyton. Next question. Your name is Payton, Payton. First of all, it's not the most common name for a female, but how do you feel about the name? Do you like it?
Name is annoying. Oh, it's just sometimes annoying when like people spell wrong since like PAY is like the boy way and then PEY is the girl name. But then it's exciting when like I find another girl who spells it the same way as me.
That's happened for you?
Like rarely, but yeah.
Yeah. So overall, you're happy with your name, or would you be like, if I could change it, I would?
No, I'd keep my name.
It's a good one. It really fits you too. You're totally a Peyton. You recent or before you talked about your family place in Wisconsin. I'd love to know what's one of your favorite parts. Maybe not snowmobiling, but a different favorite part being up there in Wisconsin with your family.
It's just fun being up there like with like the whole family and just like being away from like home and all the stress and also like being up with our friends who we have met up there. So just like the people.
Totally different rhythm. Kind of just step away from the routine and all of that stuff. Do you have a preference of winter versus summer? Is one time feel better?
Winter's fun because it's like the Christmas season, but then it's also really, really cold. So it's nice in summer. And also like in winter, like I still have like school to deal with, where like summer there's like no school at all to worry about.
That's a really good point. Yeah, just you're hanging out 24/7 in summer. If you go up for like Christmas break there at the end, you totally get that. But January, it's gonna rear its overrated head and bring you back into the rhythm of school. That's the reality. My next question. I don't know if I'm gonna ask any other student at Winnetka this question, Peyton. You started driving so early in, like, I know it's sophomore year, but you just like were given the keys and just like drove all the time. You were given full kind of trust on that. So how far have you driven in one seating? Because I think your family trusts you to drive. You're a great
Yeah,
driver.
I once drove all the way from like home to Eagle River. So that's like 5.5 hours. But then one day I drove to Iowa City. So that was like 3.5 hours. And then I was there for like a few hours and then I drove home that day. So in total that was like 7 hours, but I had a break in between, but that was still like really tiring.
And you were the person behind the wheel the whole time.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. I don't think there's any kid in our youth group that has been given that trust.
I
And
don't think I know anyone either my age that's done that.
I don't know. There's people my age that drive, like they drive, but they would not drive that far.
Yeah.
It's a totally different thing to just be on the road for hours, staring right ahead.
Yeah.
And you do a great job at that, Peyton. The driver of Winnetka Covenant Church. Your siblings always thought I was a terrible driver, and I bet they think you're a much better driver than I am. But I digress. If you are driving, do you listen to music? And what is your favorite genre of music to listen to when you're driving?
Country music.
So, first of all, if you're up in Wisconsin, that's like maybe what's played on the radio. Do you listen to it on the radio, or do you have like a playlist?
Yeah, I like to listen to it on the radio, but then, cause then it's just like they pick the songs and I'm not like skipping through it. Where if I was like on a playlist, I tend to like skip, but then I also like having a playlist, so I like have the songs I like. So both radio and playlist.
Now, are we talking like the old school, like with a twang country, or is it more the country pop stuff?
More like the country pop.
So what are some of the artists you would listen to?
Blake Shelton, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. And do people give you a hard time when you say you like that type of music?
Not really like now. I feel like more like a few years ago it was less popular, but I feel like it's gotten way more popular. So like not that many people don't mind it.
Completely agree. Like literally 5 years ago, you're like, no one takes you seriously with that musical taste. And I feel like that's not, people are like, maybe country's not my thing, but it's not like a punchline to a joke like it used to be.
Yeah.
You got to read on the country music scene right there. That's awesome. Next question I want to ask you. Looking at 2020, a lot of things that people are like, this year is terrible. But what's like one positive thing that you've seen Let's bring some sunshine and ice cream sundaes here. What's one positive of 2020?
Like spending a lot more time with my family and like definitely during like the hardcore quarantine times, we like watched a movie every night and we played like games every night. So it was just like really good family time. And also like I was able to see like true friends versus like not true friends to see like who reached out. So like I found like true friendships.
That's awesome. Those are both really important things. And as you're an upperclassman now too, right? Like it's like these are probably the people you're gonna have for high school for your friends.
Yeah.
Not just you're feeling it out with a wide range of folks. It's like, all right, these are the people that are actually they care about me, and I enjoy spending time connecting with and watching movies. And because I can imagine it was pretty hard to watch a movie and play a game, in 2019 with your family, going all which way, dance, field hockey, McKenna doing her thing. That's probably pretty tough and happened rarely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been a great part for families to be able to do some of that stuff for sure. Next question. Speaking of movies, what is your favorite movie of all time?
Probably High School Musical. Like I could watch that and like never get sick of it, even though it's like for children. But I don't know. I just really like it.
It's
I
not
like
for
the music.
it's for the people. It's for the world.
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion on the second and the third and kind of the follow-ups from that? Do
Um,
you like them or?
yeah. So the second movie used to be my favorite, but now it's my least favorite. And probably like the first one's my favorite, and then the third, and then the second,
Yeah.
and then like the new High School Musical, the series. I like that too.
Yeah, I've seen the first three movies. I haven't seen the series. Is it like the same type of like? Do they pretend to be the same characters like Troy and Gabby, or is it totally different?
It's like high schoolers who are in the school that is filmed at, and it's like their regular high school life, but like the play that the school is showing is High School Musical. So it's not like they're the characters, but it's like kind of the same sort of thing.
No, that's the way to do it. You can't just like rerun the same thing and just expect it to still go over. But you got to give it enough framework that people want to go watch the thing that they love. Speaking of high school, I'm trying to transition really well here. What's one hope for your last year of high school? So you're a junior now, but as you look like start of fall 2021, like what would you hope for that last year?
I hope to be in school and to be able to like go to football games, play field hockey, and like have a homecoming.
Kind of just the activities that had been a part of your school experience, get one more good experience with all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That totally makes sense, and we so hope that you'll have that, Peyton. We hope everyone gets that. Favorite chain restaurant, meaning it's one that everyone would know, not just a local mom and pop shop. Favorite chain?
Probably Panda Express.
Panda. So it's right near church. We have one. Do you eat that Panda Express?
No, I've never been to that one, but I've always been like, oh, I want to get it, and then I think of that one, but no, I haven't been to that one.
It's totally my guilty pleasure, Panda Express. Do you do fried rice, lo mein noodles, or the 50-50?
I do white rice.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Adjusting. What do you just like the plainness of it?
Yeah.
You are the first person that I know that does that.
Really?
I mean, there's probably 1,000 million billion people that do it, but it's just in my head. I know it's an option, but I don't even think of just getting the white.
Yeah. I would probably get the fried rice, but I just like always get the white rice, so I just like always stick with it and don't change it up.
Good for you. That's a wise decision. Next question is not a wise question to ask. I'm still going to ask it. Would you rather have Cheetos for fingers or blocks of cheese for feet? A classic would you rather?
Probably blocks of cheese as feet. Because I feel like hands are more important, where like feet are kind of like hidden, and I could hide it with like some sort of shoe.
That's actually a phenomenal take because most people just think about like the smell or which one would I rather eat or like which one like would break. It's like actually you can hide your feet. You really can't hide your hands.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And you need your hands for so much. I think that's the right answer.
Yeah.
Ultimately, if your fingers were to like snap as much as Cheetos would snap, you can't live in this world. Favorite memory of your childhood, Peyton? What comes up to mind?
It happened a few years ago. My parents surprised all of us to the Bahamas for spring break. So that was very exciting.
That's super exciting. Is 2 years ago when you're still in high school, is that your childhood? Are you in your childhood right now?
I think it was my seventh. I was in seventh grade, but yeah, technically that's not really childhood, but I couldn't really think of anything. But I just I always remember that memory.
Oh, for sure. And that's a lot better than your like freshman year of high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but like when childhood is always an interest. I feel like it's elementary school. Once you move to junior high, you're in your youth. Maybe it's because I'm a youth pastor. Maybe that's my framework. But that's awesome. Did you do anything like unique in that trip? Like it's special that you remember, like swimming with stingrays or any stuff like that?
I just remember all the water slides and the lazy river.
Lazy rivers.
Yeah.
That's where you'll find me if I'm ever at a water park area. Switching gears, if you were to meet God face to face, what is one question you would ask God right now?
What does my future look like, and what's my purpose, and what am I meant to do in life?
Yeah. Wow. If we could all just get a clear read on that, especially now in 2020, that'd be great. Yeah. Do you have anything you think of what you hope to do in the future, Peyton? Does any of that stuff come to mind?
I have no clue.
It's just fun. People are going to keep asking you that question for a while, and you keep saying that. That's totally fine. Favorite thing to do if you are in the city of Chicago? Is there anything you'd want to do?
Shopping.
Yeah. In a certain place or just in general?
Probably just in general, probably one of the big malls.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that happen often for you, or is it kind of rare that you make the drive?
Kind of rare, but
Yeah.
I would want to do that. Yeah.
And obviously in this time it's even more different. But shopping, it's probably not my answer if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, but it's a good one still. If you could be born in any year, Peyton, which year are you born in?
Probably the 1950s, the era with no social media, but it's not too old, but it's still old enough where we don't have social media.
Yeah. My parents are born in the 50s. So there's a lot that they didn't have a huge learning curve with, right? TV, computers, it's all really within their realm, but they're not indoctrinated as kids are now. Babies right now, it's just you're on a phone getting videoed all the time. It's just so consuming. That's a good answer. I like that one. The 50s. Shout out to my mom and dad for their decade and some respect. We'll end the version of 20 questions here with the same questions we ask every student at the end. What is your favorite part of youth ministry at Winnetka Covenant Church, Peyton?
The people and the connections we all make.
Yeah. Say more about the connections. I like that word.
It's just nice going Sunday night and on the retreats with people who aren't from my school or aren't around me every day.
Totally. A little different pace, and to just get perspective and connection with people that are not just in your everyday rhythm is super awesome. And we really hope soon we can get those retreat connections again, and we're just so grateful that you all keep showing up for youth group on Sundays. Peyton, what's one thing you want the people to know about you?
I'm very helpful. I help my parents a lot around the house with cleaning and driving my younger sister. So yeah, I'm very helpful.
You are 100% very helpful. At youth group, you're helpful. Without even being asked, you see something that kind of needs to be done, and you just do it. And that's an incredible gift to not only us, but to everyone. Peyton, you've just hit a home run out of the park, slap shot of hockey right there. We are so grateful that you're a part of this youth group and grateful that you can be on 20 questions. So if you're going to ask one question, you might as well ask 20 questions, and we're glad that we did. Thanks, Peyton. Bye-bye.
Bye.